Look what I've got. You'll... There's the good doggy. That's my boy.
Johanka is a truly remarkable woman. I'd like to know what shall become of her.
I'd like to order.
It'll certainly be a fine church here.
Coming.
God almighty, has something happened to you?
You wouldn't be Carl by any...
No. Good luck then.
What? Are you... Calm down. Then get lost. What? That's right. Let's go. Missed!
The penitents knelt before the Virgin in prayer and thanked her for their salvation.
Over here. Like to order.
God's blessings.
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No. Good boy. Why are you waking me? Go away!
Ale. One beer.
Transcribe books.
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
Are you Carl by any chance?
I am. Why do you ask?
I've heard that you're bound for the monastery.
Yes, it's true. But I've convinced my faithful guardian, Manfred, to give me a few more days of freedom. Mind you, he won't let me visit the brothel, so instead I'm devoting those days to the demon drink. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
My name is Henry.
Pleased to meet you, Henry.
Could we speak in private? I have some, issues with the monastery.
Really? Well, I'd love to talk about it, but we won't have privacy as long as Manfred here has his head permanently stuck up my arse. Get rid of him for me, please. Good luck, then. Huh?
God bless. Can I help you?
You're Manfred, the young lord's guardian?
Indeed I am. Why?
One beer for me.
You must have a mighty thirst. Waiting here with him for days, just watching him get drunk, and not having a sip yourself.
There's no doubt I'd enjoy a drink. Heaven knows I deserve it. But if I dull my senses in the slightest, that rogue will surely get up to mischief.
So let's drink together. And if you start to feel unwell, I'll keep an eye on him.
Satisfied?
Like you said, you deserve some fun.
I can see you're a reliable lad. So what shall we have to drink? And while we're at it, why not have a little game?
Take care. One ale over here, please. Ale.
here, please.
Army one.
We'll see whose side Lady Luck is on.
It'll certainly be a fine church here, but I doubt it will surpass Peter Parler's church of St. Bartholomew.
Curses! Why did I even start this game? That's it. This'll be the one. Now you.
The penitents knelt before the Virgin in prayer and thanked her for their salvation. Ah.
Am I invisible? Over here, a beer! Hey, where's my ale?
Here you are.
Johanka is a truly remarkable woman.
Where's my ale?
The penitents knelt before the Virgin in prayer and thanked her for their salvation. Ah.
Should I? Shouldn't I? No, I daren't. This'll be the one.
Sasau, river of my youth.
No luck tonight.
Oh, sod this. Hey, I'm dying of thirst here.
Here you are.
Sod this.
Good
Hey,
help.
I'm dying of thirst here.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't take that embrocation with me.
Hey, ale here.
If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the
I'm
going's
sorry
good.
I didn't take that embrocation with me.
That's it. Now you.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't take that embrocation with me.
Holy Mother of God.
My pleasure. Yeah, give me a
I've-
minute.
Had enough.
And you said you wouldn't drink today.
Come right up.
Silence! I'm going to sleep. Here's a few coins. Have fun. Tomorrow, we're going to the monastery. Is that clear?
Couldn't you give me more? This isn't even enough for a toothless whore.
It's enough for beer.
Here,
Good luck.
enjoy it.
Manfred's taken care of, just as you wanted.
Thank God. He won't let me out of his sight for a second, and he's itching to get me in the monastery so he can head back home.
Why are you being sent to the monastery?
Like every lusty young lad, I'm fond of fair maidens, but I got too fond of one, and let's just say she was, indisposed for 9 months.
But they don't send you to the monastery for that.
They do when it's the daughter of the Lord of your feet.
Shit.
Shit is putting it mildly. The Lord of Bukover was less than pleased. He knows he'll never marry off his daughter now, so he gave father a choice. Either pay him 1,000 groschen in compensation, along with my balls on a silver platter, or pay 1,000 groschen and put me away somewhere no one will ever see me again.
Why does your guardian never...
So I don't run away. Of course, I'm free to walk around, but he watches every step I take and won't stop.
Well, he's not watching you now.
What good is that to me when he has all the money, and even my saddle and riding cloak under lock and key?
Why don't you just run...
Bare-arsed. What the hell would I do? I don't know how to work, I have no money, and that old bastard's even taken my cloak. He has me in the palm of his hand.
But there are poor people everywhere and they get by somehow.
If I have to choose between hunger and poverty on one hand and the monastic life on the other, I'm afraid the monastery wins.
What if I entered the monastery instead of you?
What? Voluntarily? You don't look like someone... You could only enter the monastery if you know how to read and write, and if you have a special writ from the abbot.
So you give me your writ?
Manfred has the writ. You'd have to take it from him, but...
So I'll steal it and then you can disappear.
Disappear? Bare-arsed. What the hell would I do? I don't know how to work.
But there are poor people everywhere and they...
If I have to choose between...
That's all then.
Take care. I'll have a beer.
Shit! Sod off!
I've got what you need.
Excellent. Give me the purse. You can do as you like with the writ.
Here you are.
Good luck, no matter what you plan on doing with those monks. Best be on your way now before Manfred finds out that he's been robbed.
And what are you going to do?
Get my things together and disappear. I want to be as far away as possible before that old man even knows I'm gone. See you later.
Certainly be a fine church here, but I doubt it will surpass Peter Parler's church at the top.
Yeah.
Henry!
I brought you something.
That's sweet of you.
I've got quite a bit of meat.
Thank you so much.
This will help us a lot. We've barely got enough to eat, you know?
Glad to be of help.
Take care.
He's gone all the way to Yelava to learn his craft well and become a master. Grant him fortitude and protect him from all evil. Holy Mary.
I'm Carl. I'm supposed to enter as a novice.
We expected you sooner. Weren't you supposed to come here with your guardian? It's been so hectic lately, people will keep turning up out of the blue.
He gave me the papers and left me at the gate. You must be used to that, though. I'm not the first novice here, am I?
But that wasn't very considerate of him, was it? It's been so hectic here lately, novices arriving one after the other. The last one didn't even have a letter, and you'd think his backside was on fire, the way he kept looking over his shoulder.
You took him without the letter? You didn't find that suspicious?
My guess is he wanted to hide from someone, but he's a priest and knows how things work in the monastery, so there was nothing to prevent him from being accepted, at least temporarily. You're a different case, though. Are you able to read?
Naturally. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
So then, are you ready to enter the Order of Saint Benedict and renounce forever the temptations of this world?
I am.
Then you must rid yourself of all your worldly possessions. Sell them or give them to the poor and needy or donate them to the monastery. You may not enter this place burdened by worldly goods. Inside the gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monk's robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while I go and see the prior to arrange matters for your acceptance.
See you later.
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realise how much I'd grown used to it.
Everything's prepared. It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst. Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience, and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own. Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum et vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum in loquium tuum vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor. Welcome, brother.
Welcome, brother. I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
You don't know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly are you here? Was it your choice? Or did someone force you to come?
It was my choice. For a common lad like me, it's the easiest way to get an education and do something worthwhile with my life.
It looks like we're both here for the same reason. I think we'll get along.
Would you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a novice and I'm here because I'd make a poor merchant. I like books and I want an education. Although I must say, so far the monastic life's been quite unexpected.
Is it alright if we don't do the tour?
I thought that since you're literally a complete novice, you'd be interested to know what you have to do tomorrow. But if you don't want to come with me, I won't force you. Here's a letter from the prior with the daily schedule. Read it and observe it.
Thanks for everything. I'll look around myself.
Are you sure? It will make your life easier if I show you around. Otherwise, tomorrow you'll be standing around staring like an idiot while everyone else knows what they have to do.
Fine then, show me around.
Follow me closely. I'll explain everything as we go. Remember one word: discipline. It's your job to work and pray. You serve the Lord now, not your own bodily needs. Salve, be well. This is the way to the dormitory, where we all sleep. You'll find a free bed there, which is now yours. Do you know the first thing the monastery taught me? To appreciate sleep. We rise before dawn every day. Takes a bit of getting used to.
I'd like to ask you something. Who's in charge of it?
Truthfully, everyone except us. But officially, Abbot Peter. And soon enough, someone else. As if it mattered. Our life will still be...
I see. Are there any risks?
Yes. From the moment talk began about electing a new abbot.
Tell me something about electing...
Abbot Peter is old. When he dies, they'll have to select a new abbot from amongst the brethren. The candidates are John and Nevlas. And if you ask me for my opinion, Nevlas is definitely the right man.
Tell me something about life here.
Work, prayer, as if you didn't know. We serve God, and that's the central truth of our...
What are the roles of...
Someone takes care of the library, someone else the garden. But it's the circators we should worry about. They're the brothers who... They can be quite strict, so if you want to avoid getting punished...
Who would you choose?
Why should I even think about that when I don't have the right to vote? Gregor, don't go poking your nose into other people's business.
Come now, I don't want to still be showing you around.
This is the garden, a place for silent contemplation and meditation. Centuries ago, this monastery was founded by the most esteemed of brothers, Saint Procopius. His earthly remains can be found in a cave under the monastery, and his spirit wanders the corridors at night, punishing any misbehaving novices.
So beware.
Here are the frattery and scriptorium, together with the library. These are the places where we work. Ora et labora. Pray and work. As a novice, you must always listen to your superior brethren, and above us monks are the prior and the circators, who punish every infraction. You'll know them by the canes they carry. Do what they say. This is the refectory, where we come together to eat. During meals, you must be silent. Only one brother reads aloud from the Rule of Saint Benedict.
The rule is the only law we recognize, with the exception of those from God himself. If you break any of its precepts... The library, the pride of our monastery, a trove of learning. We don't just read books here, we also copy them. You too will learn how.
And that's all. Today you are still free from duty, but tomorrow you begin work like the others. If you need anything, ask any of the brothers. We'll be glad to help you. And I recommend you get to know the other novices. You already know me. Then there is Siskin, Yodok, and Lucas.
Thanks for showing me around. There's a lot to learn here. Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's not much to tell. I lived in Vlashim, and after my father died, I found out I wasn't much of a merchant. So I left the shop to my brother, and decided to become a monk. It's peaceful here. There's food and lots of time to read.
So you chose to come here?
It may seem strange, but I'm one of the few novices that did. I might be the only one. The truth is, the idea of spending my life in a monastery was more appealing than being cooped up in a greasy old shop.
I need to make a confession.
I'm no priest, but tell me what you've done. It's probably nothing to worry about.
I'm here in the monastery looking for a thief. He had a hand in burning down the Neuhof stud.
You don't say. And who are you to take such an interest?
Someone whose job it is to investigate the case, find the perpetrators and make sure they get the punishment they deserve.
Punishment? Do you intend to punish them here, in the monastery?
I don't know yet. I'm still just on their trail. Perhaps you could help me find him?
The missing thief? If I knew anything, I'd tell you, but I suppose it must be one of the novices. I've only recently heard about the Neuhof incident, and all the other brethren have been here much longer than that.
I know. Aside from me, there are only 4 novices, but still, I don't know which one he could be.
3? Please, leave me out of it. And you're right that it could be any one of them. No one knows anything about Lucas. Siskin might be a lot of things, but a monk isn't one of them. And Yodok is a slimy worm. It wouldn't surprise me if he was behind that massacre. Actually, the more I think about it, the less I like that Yodok. He's a treacherous rat who'd do anything to get in someone's good books. The thought of Yodok at Neuhof sends chills up my spine.
Maybe you're right. It's not a pretty thought. Thanks for your help, and please don't say a word to anyone.
Don't fret, my friend. Your secrets are locked inside my lips.
It occurs to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some lockpicks. Do you know anyone in the monastery who could help me?
Lockpicks? You surprise me, brother. And you, a nobleman's son. But
forbidden books must be
interested
in
in
that
what's
cabinet.
inside? Forbidden books, written by the devil himself. Forget about them. Talk to me, brother.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. But I've no time for idle chat. I transcribe books from dawn.
What, you do nothing else?
It is my penance and my blessing. And now, brother, if you don't mind, I'd like to get this. Get away from my cabinet. The books stood in there aren't for your eyes to see.
What do you desire?
I'd like to ask you something about them. Can you tell me something about the rule of
7 centuries ago, Saint Benedict of Nursia, the fundamental precepts are obedience, work and prayer. We're fully devoted.
Do you never want to know what's going on?
And what should be going on? The sky is just as blue and the grass is just as green. Perhaps the rulers change, but the greatest ruler of them all...
I'm interested in the
It was founded by Saint Procopius 500 years ago. After his death, heretics occupied the place for some time.
Heretics, you say?
They wanted to worship God with some foreign rituals, in a language foreign to God.
What are the roles of the...
Well, the abbot is the head, but he's not here now. Then there's the prior and the sub-prior. As a novice, you should be particularly mindful of the circators.
What can you tell me about the
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live.
I meant something specific about the brother.
But you know them yourself. Yorick is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager. Antonius is hard-working and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought.
Can you lead?
Where would you go? You have everything you need here.
Who would you like to be?
Brother John, obviously.
I'm Gregor and
I know. I saw you in the church during the ceremony.
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule. Does that?
When it's not the way it should be?
Then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But, sir...
About you in the election. Will you tell me more about it?
Ask me anything you want.
Tell me something about...
Nevertheless is weak and toothless.
I'd like to know what...
Well, the young brother...
I'd like to help you.
I'm convinced Nevertheless must have done something that would greatly damage him if everyone found out.
So, I should dig something up on him and...
Exactly. But I doubt you'll have any luck. Nevertheless is too cunning and...
Once I find something out, I'll... Thank you for answering. What did you want me to...
Dig up some dirt.
How's that then? Haven't you heard? The very time the Tarnbergers were fighting for Pribyslavitz, some other brigands were attacking Murhayed. I didn't know that. Jesus Christ.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but...
I'd like to know something about...
I don't know much.
Tell me about Antonio.
I'd like to, but there's nothing to tell.
Will you tell me something?
I
mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had before.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Luke.
Come on. Is there really no...
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery.
If you could.
But I can't vote, so what's the point of worry?
Someone really reeks to tomato.
Greetings, brother.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices.
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the...
I'm interested in...
Nobody knows much about Lucas. He keeps himself to...
Do you have any grounds for suspecting him of...
Quite a lot. And also none at all. The circators who make the rounds despise him.
Do you know anything about
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is all right. He's always happy to help.
Can you tell me something about...
I would if there was anything noteworthy to say. But I'm just the ordinary son of a landowner, now a monk.
Why did you join the mon...
Because it was better than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to inherit my father's estate. And you know what? I'm glad to be here. It's better than mucking out...
Who would you vote for as the new abbot if you could?
Why do you care? We don't have the right to vote, so we shouldn't get mixed up in it.
I'm just interested, that's all.
I like John better. But like I've said, it's not our place to get involved. It's enough that Antonius is mixed up in it. Don't you start too.
Just as soon as we've drunk this one dry, he'll do anything for a little pat on the back from us. I've got an itchy feeling on the back of my neck. I think someone's spying on us. True. They all know what we do to them. They've seen what we did.
Ah, down the hatch. Every goblet shrieks, isn't that the truth?
No wonder. With our throats going dry all day.
Next time we'll get the Yodok to bring some Rhine wine. I'm losing my taste for this one.
Why doesn't Yodok drink with us, anyway?
He's young, and he wants to look good in front of the others. And he doesn't trust us to keep him safe from harm if he got too drunk to make it to prayer.
You mean like your good self last Christmas Day? The way you drowned out the prior's voice by snoring through the Agnus Dei?
Don't remind me.
You've seen us drinking here, so either join in or swear you won't tell a soul. You wouldn't want to end up like Lucas now, would you?
I don't want to drink with you, but I promise I won't say a word to anyone.
You youngsters have got no backbone. Still, remember what you promised. One word about this and we'll make your life hell. And if you ever decide you want to have some fun after all, you know where to find us.
Talk to me, brother.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like?
But...
Youngster, when you're as old as...
Why not? I've had enough opprobria and obedientia for one day.
That's what we like to hear.
What would you like?
I'd like to ask... Who would you like to...
John. There's no other candidate. Never...
I'll say one thing, brother. This wine would grace the Pope's table.
I'm not so sure. It's a bit sour. God knows what's in it.
Don't be absurd. It's a first-class cask, direct from Znojmo.
No, I know the taste of a good vintage, and this isn't it. I bet you that wretch Yorick got the casks mixed up.
Nonsense. It's perfectly drinkable.
No, it isn't. It's sour. No matter. We'll get more soon, so good health.
Good health.
We'll have to take that Yorick to task about where he got this wine and tell him next time he'd better get proper Znojmo.
Not now, brother.
Easter until the calends of October. When they come out from prime in the morning, let them labor at whatever... Let none ere be sent rather early, at the middle of the 8th hour, and let them again do what work has to be done unto the festivals.
You've got a strong constitution. Anyone else would have certainly died.
What happened?
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a young boy. He was lost and miserable, but he wasn't truly bad, because when it came down to it, he ran away rather than... His former friends didn't take kindly to that, though, and wanted to punish him. The boy wasn't stupid, though, and he knew that the hound was coming. He didn't expect the beast to live, but it did. And all of a sudden, the boy was sorry.
It was you that...
Don't take it personally. You know, we're both pawns in someone else's game. They have plans for us, but we don't have to let them use... I was a bandit, and I was at Nyhoff. I've robbed and stolen. What I saw at Nyhoff made me realize my life was worth shit, but I still had a chance to change for the better.
So the evildoer changes his ways and finds God.
Both of us can leave this place. You can go back to your people, and I can go somewhere where I can live out my life in peace, and no one will try to kill me. If we work together, we can both get what we want.
What if I wanted a different option?
You could kill another novice, I suppose. If news of the murder got out from the monastery, my former friends might believe I'm dead. But I'm offering you a solution that doesn't require any killing. Before we make a run for it, we'll make it look like someone's killed me. Loads of blood, a tattered scrap of my habit, and footprints leading towards the river. No one will bother looking for my body there. There we'll split up. You go for your bounty, and I'll get as far away from here as I can.
Good. Let's do it your way.
Good. I'm glad that despite our initial discord, we could reach an agreement. Here, take something to calm your stomach. Now we'll need the keys to the monastery and some blood to make the tracks.
What are you going to do?
I need to get ready for a long journey. Prepare supplies, get some normal clothing somehow, that sort of thing.
What do I need the keys?
How else will we get out?
Getting the keys won't...
I know, but Brother Solarius is a reformed thief. I'll bet he still has a few lockpicks lying about. Or there's the hard way. Steal the keys from the
They both sound horrid to me. And where am I supposed to get my hands on
You'll find a parchment in the kitchen with a list of ingredients on it. All the things they're ordering. Add blood for making soup to the list. And when it's delivered the next day...
All right, that's everything I need to know.
Excellent. Come and see me once you have everything. And Gregor...
silence even from good things. Here the prophet shows that if the spirit of silence ought to lead us at times to refrain even from...
My name's Gregor.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punish?
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my...
Are you hiding something?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in. And also because I really hate the question. I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me, in a monastery.
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want...
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death...
They must have realised you robbed them. And you stashed away the remainder.
Indeed so.
Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot...
What's your plan with it?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brother...
That's all I want.
Please.
I'm still curious.
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times...
What kind of a book is it?
I found it here in the library. It was on a shelf where it should never have been. So I hid it to read later. It's the Necronomicon. Ghosts, demons, and invocations of powers beyond our world. Only it's... who knows what it means? I tried to count the syllables, read the words back...
Oh. I'm not too sure what the prior or the cicada would say about a book like that.
Ah, prejudice. But you're right. It is prohibited. For no good reason.
Remembering the fate of Heli, the priest of...
You're right.
I'm glad you agree. Just take a look at the book. Maybe you'll... Just please don't tell anyone about the book. If the brothers learn that I took it from the library and hid it, I'll be...
I'll leave you be.
Thank you. And please, Gregor, don't mention it to anyone.
And again, beat your son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul from death. The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold teaching. That is to say, he should show them all that is good and holy.
Lord in heaven, what have you done now?
Expounding
Cease this, God.
what are
you doing, you wretch?
Intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more is committed, from him more is required. Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery.
What is it, brother?
Let him not love one more
I'm
than
looking for
another,
something a little...
And what would that
finds better in good works or in obedience.
I'm looking for
Lock
lockpicks.
Lockpicks?
I'd like to practice opening locks.
Well, why not? So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks.
Finishing the first and second time.
Talk to me, brother.
Brother, I've a favour to ask. And I think you're the man...
I see, so it's the...
Well, yes.
That won't be easy, I can tell you that straight off.
Could you take the key?
Rob the...
You wouldn't be doing it...
Then what could you possibly pay me? I'm done with my thief.
How much would you want? That much? Where am I...
Precisely. But no groschen, no theft.
Let's talk about the...
Well, we could...
Are we agreed?
That's still...
You've...
A nice sum. Just lower...
Finally, a reasonable sum.
What troubles you? I'm still curious. It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't.
What kind of a book is it?
I found it here in the library. It's the Necronomicon. Who knows what it means? I tried to...
Oh, I'm not too sure. If it wasn't harmful,
That's a rather limited view of the world. Some write about the same. Just please don't tell anyone about the book. If the brothers learn that I took it from the library and hid it, I'll be in a lot of trouble.
I'll tell the abbot. I'm sure he'll be...
What? A man pours his heart out to you and you play Judas? How about this for an offer? Say a word about this to anyone and I'll wring your neck. Touch anything I've buried here and you'll get the same. Are we clear? What troubles you?
I'm still curious.
It's no big...
Actually, how is it that you don't get...
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as...
Salve. Be well.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Nebulus, and I'm the provost here.
That means you get to leave the monastery?
No, not at all. I just write lists.
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the alchemist. Today it's your task to concoct 2 potions. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget. What is it, brother?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm the provost of this monastery. It's my job to ensure, but in reality I spend all my time making sure my brother's gluttony and the construction of...
I'm interested in the...
You're not alone. Everyone's so worked up about that they spend...
Why? What's wrong with it now?
Many brothers think more about their stomachs than prayer. The older brethren bend the rules of the order to make them fit their interests. So, to balance...
What sins are you talking about?
The scripture says, "Let he who is without sin cast the first stone." I'm sorry, Gregor, it's not my place to speak about the sin.
Tell me something about how the new...
A new abbot has to be elected once the old one dies. All the brethren can vote, with the exception. When he becomes abbot, a monk spends most of his time dealing with politics outside the monastery.
Can you tell me about Abbot Peter?
Peter's wise in the ways of politics and a good shepherd, but as you've already heard, he's old and infirm. But you, brother, don't let yourself get involved in the games of your superior.
With what?
I'm interested in medicine, and I know there's a cure for the abbot's ailment. With your help, I could find out the details and to...
You can count on my help.
In order to get the recipe for this medicament, a few rules will need to be broken. Now, you know, most of the brothers believe every ill. I, however, think if God sent us not just illnesses, but also the medicine to cure them, the cure for Abbot Peter's illness could be contained in one of the books in our library. But it will certainly be amongst the libri prohibiti.
Why are they forbidden?
Because they contain occult and demonic practices. It's nonsense, of course. This is nothing but a book of Ibn Sina, also known as Avicenna, is universally acknowledged to be a wise man. But here, at some point, someone decided his book...
Where can I find it?
In the library, there's a large cabinet with a lock on it. The forbidden books are inside. You'll easily recognize what... No one will notice if one book disappears, but if more were to vanish, someone would...
Is there anything you can tell me that...
There's a key to the cabinet in the prior's chambers. The librarian should have another one, or you can acquire some lockpicks. But I can't tell you where or how.
Why can't you do it?
Because I'm one of the highest-ranking monks here, and one day I'd like to become abbot.
You could just ask for it.
Do you honestly think I haven't tried? Unfortunately...
I'm ready.
One more important thing. There's always someone in the library during the day. To pass unwatched, they say Brother Solarius understands locks. But don't tell him why you need it. Once you have the book, we'll soon have the election of the abbot over.
Is there any way I could help you get elected?
What would you like to do? Climb up the tower?
Not exactly.
John isn't my opponent, he's my brother. But there is something you could help me with. You must know there's a great deal of iniquity.
Should I find out for you what's going on around here?
Let me make this clear. I want to base my candidacy on putting things in order. But if I don't know exactly what's wrong...
Very good then.
Thank you, brother.
I've discovered something about the...
I see.
The circators go into the cell.
I thought so. John always reeks of it. And he wants to be abbot. Hypocrite.
That's all I know.
If you find out anything else, come to me. What is it, brother?
I've finished my work.
Show me what you've made. Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent. Soon enough, you'll be teaching the other novices.
Mother of God, what are you doing, you wretch?
Brother, stealing is a sin. You should know that as a Christian, and certainly a...
I've had enough of this.
You dare resist punishment?
Yes, brother. That's...
You failed to complete your trial period as an... Don't move a muscle. Brother, stealing is a sin. You should know that as a Christian.
Very well, brother.
God be with you.
Peace be with you, brother.
Get away from that cabinet. The books stored in there aren't for your eyes to see.
Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
Brother, what are you doing here?
I had other...
Brother, Steve.
I've had enough. God be with you.
What troubles you?
Don't even look at that cabinet.
What would you like?
I'm here to work.
Good. This is most likely the first time you've ever done this in your life. But it's easier than you think. Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on which you'll copy what you read in the original. Is that clear? Then you may begin, and try not to... Greg.
I've heard about Avicenna's.
Who told you about that?
I've heard there is some...
That's correct.
What if I just...
You could not. They are libri prohibiti.
Not even if I were to beg? Or promise a favour in return?
If you could...
Could a book be prohibited by mistake?
No errors are made. Every book...
How does a book get on the forbidden?
Forbidden works are full of heresy and blasphemy.
I don't need to hear anything else.
I found this piece of parchment.
It appears to be...
Ovid? What?
Not what, but who? Ovid was a great Roman poet. We have a few... Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest lightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature. If he'd had his way, all such books would have been burned. Ovid's The Art of Love must have been such a thorn in his side.
Oh, would you like me?
Absolutely. Eustace's wits weren't the sharp. I imagine he hid them throughout the monastery. It might take you a while to find them all, but when you do, you can rest assured Ovid will return.
Good.
Thank you, brother. It's of no great importance, but if you...
Can you tell me something?
The Art of Love is a sort of manual instructing young people how to find and maintain love.
Where should I look?
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you to do it. The pages of the book could be hidden anywhere.
I found a few pages of the talk.
Wonderful. Keep...
Is it possible to learn some...
Only the abbot.
And can I see them?
No. The abbot writes and keeps his records in his...
Don't even look at that cabinet. It contains forbidden books. What do you desire, bro?
Oh no, such a waste of parchment. How could you?
God be with you.
What troubles you?
Stop, Gregor!
Brother? Stealing is a sin.
I've had an... Yes, brother.
The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more is committed, from him more is required. Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery. Let him not love one more than another, unless it be one whom he finds better in good works or in obedience. And let him not shut his eyes to the faults of offenders, but, since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they begin to appear. Remembering the fate of Heli, the priest of Silo, the well-disposed and those of good understanding, let him correct with verbal admonition the first and second time. But bold, hard, proud, and disobedient characters we should curb at the very beginning of their ill-doing by stripes and other bodily punishments, knowing that it is written, "The fool is not corrected with words." And again, beat your son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul from death.
Let's hope things will settle down a bit around here.
You mean after the Tarnberg attack on the Brigand's secret camp? I wouldn't expect too much of it.
No? Why is that?
There was only a handful of bandits there.
A handful? There was dozens of them. And foreign heathens too.
Is that right?
There was a great big battle. Them fuckers filled the whole of Privyslavitz. The Tarnberg garrison had to get reinforcements. But they cleared that as good as
Sir says so. But I still reckon we haven't seen the last of it. That Sigismund is still on the rampage, attacking the nobles one by one. And brigands are like weeds. Burn them down, and they just sprout up somewhere else. Have you heard they pillaged and torched old Colburn's farmstead? That's not the half of it. What about the attack on Murray yet? Well, the lords are dealing with one lot of marauders in Privyslavitz. There's another bunch pillaging somewhere else. There'll be no peace as long as Sigismund goes on ransacking. Sure as the sun circles the
You know how to lift the fellow spirit. Praise be to our Lord.
Praise be to Christ.
I'd like to ask...
Can't you see I'm working?
Are you interested in what's inside?
Forbidden books, written by the devil himself.
Abbot Peter's help. They say you don't make it to the altar.
He'll still be on this earth for many years.
I wish all good health upon them, but I want change, and only a new abbot can bring that.
Waiting pays off. There's no hurry.
I'll tell you, something's going to happen out there.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Well, probably the same as you. I want to be able to read in peace and quiet.
Ah, I see. Well then, I'll just concentrate on what I'm doing.
As you wish. And if I could recommend some good reading to you, you'll find it in that locked cabinet. Until recently it was still unlocked, but after something vanished, they've kept...
If something vanished, I can understand.
Books are meant to be read, so why keep them hidden away? If you're able to get inside, I'll be grateful till the day I die. All I'll do is leaf through a few books and then...
Ah! This looks like the Saracen language. Ibn al-Hassan. That's who I'm looking for. Avicenna.
Unbelievable. Imagine these men could have been burned at the stake just for writing these books. Many were, I'm sure. It's mostly Latin, that's not much use. But what about this one? Magical potions for conjuring diverse apparitions. I'll take it.
Hey, you better leave that here.
What are you so afraid of? No one will notice if one or two books are missing. This one looks interesting. A sorcerer's potion for rematerializing the... What do you desire, brother?
About that magic... What do you plan...
I don't really know yet. But...
Would you share the recipe with...
You don't even have to ask. It's thanks to old wives' ointment. We prepare oil, drop the
Sounds quite...
And it probably is.
Oh, leave me be.
No, clear off. Let me sleep.
This is not a... This is not a...
Brother, stealing is a sin.
Yes.
Peace be with you, brother.
And cannot suffer any delay in executing it. But this very obedience will be acceptable to God and pleasing to men only if what is commanded is done without hesitation.
Talk to me,
Delay,
brother.
lukewarmness, grumbling, or objection. For the
What do you desire?
obedience given to superiors is given to God. For if the disciple obeys with an ill will and
What is it, brother?
not necessarily with his lips,
Here's the book you wanted.
then even though
Amazing. This really is it. Now I can use it to prepare a cure for our suffering abbot. Then I'll leave it in the library to make it seem as if Brother Librarian left it lying about. There'll be no investigation. It would be against his best interests, as he'll look like the one who wasn't taking proper care of the books. It will drive him mad. I didn't leave that book out. Is there anything I can do for you?
receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold teaching. That is to say, he should show them all that is good and holy, by his deeds even more than by his words.
How can a novice get out of...
And what would you do out there? I'm sorry, I can't help you. Now, if there's anything more...
I'd be interested in finding out the background.
That's a strange wish you have. They keep a record of every monk in the abbot's book.
Thanks.
No, thank you. About that book. Don't even think about breaking in to get it.
Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery. Let him not love one more than another.
What do you want me to find out?
I'd be interested to hear about any iniquity in the monastery. I need to prepare myself.
Not shut his eyes to the faults of offenders, but
Go away. Novices aren't allowed here.
Words to the intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more
Gregor.
is committed. From him more is
What was I supposed...
Christ almighty! How many holes do you have in that head of yours?
Let him not love one more than another.
I have everything we...
Excellent. Straight after Vespers, we'll meet in the dormitory. We'll have to get it...
What exactly is your plan? And why can't we do it at...
We're going to prepare a little riddle they'll never solve. And why at mealtime? Because we need the dormitory as well as the church to be empty. Then at night we'll escape. Take everything with you, and don't forget the...
Good. Once evening mass ends...
In the night, I saw the brother cicadas drink...
And why aren't you spending your nights sleeping? And
I only wanted to...
I know, brother, I know. But you need to understand that novices...
Even if something in a...
Even then, I'm afraid. Who are you compared with... Life in a monastery is much like life outside in many ways.
Really? I thought monks were above...
They became monks, Gregor, but that didn't stop them being men. Lies, jealousy, vengeance.
Thanks for the advice.
Well, that's up to you.
That is to say...
Praise be to Christ.
Salve.
Praise be to God. For a moment there I was worried you weren't coming. Give me that blood. This is the exact spot where you pushed me off the gallery. And here's where you dragged my lifeless body. Thank you for helping me out. Now we must each go our own way.
I was glad to help. I did what I needed to do and no one got killed. Now?
Now, get the hell out of here. Steal the first horse I come across and ride until dawn, far, far away from here. I was thinking... Here, take this. Show it to those cutthroat bastards and tell them you found it on me. That should convince them. Especially when they hear about the outcry here after the fires found out we've gone.
Your lucky die?
In a manner of speaking. Hope it brings you more luck than it brought me. Thank you. Thank you for letting me live, Brother Gregor.
My name's Henry.
All right, Brother Henry. May God be with you.
Your lucky die.
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
can't sleep again.
There's the good doggy. That's my... Look what I've got. Look what I've... Yeah. Yeah.
This looks like the place they were talking about.
Morning, sunshine. Hope we didn't wake you.
Corva! Did you have to sneak up on me like thieves?
We are thieves. Besides, we had to make sure you weren't followed. Or trying to lead us into a trap. But enough of this chit-chat. Let's get down to business. We heard there was some trouble at the monastery. Question is, was it the right sort? Did you do that job we agreed?
Do you think I'd be sitting here if I didn't do it?
How should I know? The world's full of idiots.
It's done.
You've got proof?
He had this on him.
Aye. That says all right. What did you do with the body?
I left it where it was. What else could I do?
So, they lose a monk and find a corpse. How long do you reckon it'll take them to put two and two together?
Well, it's not like I was planning to make a career in Rome.
Fair enough. Soon it won't matter anyway.
What now?
What now? You did your job. Welcome. We need people like you.
But what do you need people like me to do?
I'm just a crimp. All I do is recruit. Now you get to go to our camp and find out everything you need to know.
Where?
Are you seriously telling me you didn't notice the camp? Not too observant, are you? Well, there's a hill above Sasau, and on top there's an old abandoned fort. Only it's not as abandoned as it used to be. That's where the camp is. Go there and report to a fellow by the name of Eric. Tell him Kozliak sent you.
And they'll let me in just like that?
Good point. I almost forgot. At the gate, show them the special dye you took off Pius. That's our sign.
That's all?
That's all. You'll learn everything you need to know at Vranik. And hurry up. I've got a feeling there's something being planned.
That's him!
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Is that all you've got?
aching all over?
Well, I could do that, all right.
You're positively glowing.
I'll tell you all about it later.
Yeah.
I've got the book.
Really? You're a fine fellow. Well, show me it then.
Here it is.
Wonderful. Come back in a little while. I need to read through it and find that spell. And here's a reward for your efforts.
Yeah.
My humble greeting. Goodbye.
I'm honored that a knight's... Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah! Yeah!
Look what you're... Look what you're...
God grant you...
I've got your coin.
I'd like to see that. I'll give you some of the groschen back, like I promised.
What's this other job, then?
Everywhere you go here, you'll see wretches like me. Poor soul. Then take a look and rat-eye at all the gentlefolk with their noses in the air, looking out only for themselves.
Arms for everyone. That would be quite a purse.
That's the spirit. In return,
Here's the coin you wanted.
Good. Keep half for your effort. Interested in another?
You mentioned another job.
Aye. There's a good widow living in squalor with us in the camp. She sold the last memento she had of her sainted...
You want me to get this memento?
Just so. I'd do it myself, only I can't show my face on the town square without the catchpoles kicking my arse. Steal her ring back from that used...
I'll be right back.
Good luck, then.
Yeah.
Kettles for water.
I've got that ring.
Ha! That'll bring tears of joy to that poor widow. I hope you filled your own pocket while you were at it. You're a handy lad. You could be king of all the thieves in Rattay.
What else have you got for me?
Something really special this time. There's a stuck-up cloth merchant from Ledechko who comes to Rattay. I'd like to show him what God's punishment looks like. Now, if you were to lift his guild seal from his...
The mills of God grind slowly.
And we'll help them along. As a reward, I'll get you something really wonderful. Just wait and see.
I'm on it.
Take care.
I've got something for you. I know this is your favorite.
It is indeed. Thank you. Teresa, I brought you something.
My, how chivalrous. That's lovely. Thank you so much.
Wouldn't you like to take a...
I'd love to.
Hey!
Henry, I don't want to complicate things, but how do you think it will be between the two of us? After all that's happened to us both, you're all I have left in my life, but you've got a lot of work for Sir Radzig and I'm afraid you'll have to leave me too.
Have no fear. I'll never leave you. Wherever my duties might take me, we'll still be together. After all, you're all that's left to me, too. And even though everything might change...
Henry, will you promise me something?
Anything.
Promise me you'll take care of yourself. Even if you were to go away for a long time and meet other girls. If I were to lose you too, I don't know what I'd do.
Ah, Teresa.
Just promise me.
I promise.
Thank you. I know it's a hard thing to promise, but... You know, well, we ought to be heading back. I still have work to do. Besides, you don't want to see me crying like a baby here.
Definitely not. You'd start me off too.
Right then, let's go. I must go, Henry. Take care.
There's the good doggy. That's my boy.